Hey, good morning. I'm Mark Miller, pastor at Oak Ridge Baptist Church. Glad you've joined me here this morning. I'm wondering if you've ever asked that question. It goes something like this, Lord, why is this happening to me? Or, Lord, if you really loved me or cared about me, why would this sort of thing be occurring? I mean, where is God in the middle of this? I think that's a pretty common question. Maybe you've been asking that question lately in the middle of this pandemic that we're in, when things are kind of much different than anything we're used to. I wonder if you've looked around and said, God, where are you in the middle of all this? Thanks for joining us here. We are reading through the Gospel of John, one chapter a day between now and Easter, calling it a journey to the cross and to the empty tomb. And today I'm going to kind of move forward a chapter or so to kind of get caught up with the reading plan that was printed out there in advance. And I want to take you to the 11th chapter of John. Don't miss John chapter 10 because there's lots of great stuff in there, please. But when you get to the 11th chapter of John, it's this one occurrence, this one occasion where someone asked this almost the very same question. In fact, when Jesus arrived on the scene, they said, Lord, if you love me, if you love this, then you wouldn't have allowed this sort of thing to happen and to occur. You may be on to it already, but this is about the story of Lazarus and his sisters Mary and Martha. And what happened is Lazarus got sick. Jesus was some distance away. They sent a message to Jesus to say, hey, Jesus, the one that you love, Lazarus, hey, he's sick. Okay, and he's sick unto death. He's getting really close. And instead of coming right away to his rescue, Jesus stayed a couple of days before traveling to go to where Lazarus, Mary, and Martha resided there in the area, the city of Bethany. And by the time Jesus got there, Lazarus had died. Not only was he dead, he had been in the tomb for like 4 days. When he arrived there, they looked at that, and again, Martha said, "Boy, Lord, man, if you had been here, my brother wouldn't have died." But she showed some great faith when she said, "But I know even now God will give you whatever you ask." It goes on. I don't want to spoil the story because I want you to read it. But God, the Lord Jesus, did something really incredible for Mary and Martha and everyone else to see. And if Jesus would have come right away in that moment when he was first called, perhaps he would have gotten there at a point where they wouldn't have seen the power of God demonstrated like never before. And so sometimes what we perceive to be God's delays, like Jesus delaying and coming to Mary and Martha and Lazarus' side, sometimes what God is doing in his delay is he is preparing for something even greater. It's like he's positioning us in an impossible situation to where the only way out is if God were to do something incredible. And I'm wondering, what have you attempted in your life under the direction of God? But the only way that it would succeed is if God stepped in, intervened, and overcame. I want to challenge you to think about that. And again, if you're ever questioning about the love of God for you, and if God really loved me, these things wouldn't happen, or I wouldn't be in these situations, then I just kind of want to leave you with this truth, okay? We really can never again question the love of God for us, though at times we might. Why? Because God has forever demonstrated his love for us through the sending of his Son Jesus, who died upon the cross for your sin and for mine. He forever demonstrated his love for us through the cross. Hey, enjoy reading John chapter 11. And I'm telling you, it's pretty crucial. Not only that, but it's pretty crucial because from this point on, they really began to plot to kill Jesus. And so this incident, the raising of Lazarus from the dead, kind of gave you the ending, right? The raising of Lazarus from the dead is that kind of that final straw that really propels Jesus to the cross. And that's where we're headed, the journey to the cross, to the empty tomb. Have a great day.